Hello, everybody. Mrs. Rushton here. I wanted to give you a quick preview on what we're going to be making during this lesson. We are making a mandala using warm colors. So we're going to be cutting out a piece of paper, folding it, creating these designs, and then adding our color. You ready? Here we go. Gather up the materials you'll need: a white piece of paper, something circular to trace, some color pencils or markers, pencil, and a pair of scissors. Step 1, I want you to take your pencil and trace around that plate on your white paper. Make sure it fits on the white paper. Make sure your plate isn't too big. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I am going to cut out this circle. I want you to take your time. Don't rush this. Make it nice and neat. Once you cut that circle out, your extra paper is just scrap. Put that to the side. All right, now we need to fold this circle to create some sections. So I'm going to start by folding the circle from the top to the bottom. So folding it in half, top to bottom. Next, I'm going to fold it in half, side to side. So I took one side, matched it up with the other side, and crease it down. The next fold is a little weird. I like to open it up and to do kind of like a shutter fold. So I'm going to take one side, and you see how that is that crease down the middle now? I'm going to take that edge, that top edge, and make it meet in that middle line crease. Now I'm going to press that side, and I'm going to repeat it on the other side. It's important to try to really get it from the tip down to the bottom lined up. Now, once I do that, I've created 8 different sections in my circle, or wedges, you might call them. You could see that when I hold this paper up. Once this artwork is done, you're not going to be able to see those sections because they're just folds. All right, I'm going to go ahead and start with my pencil in the middle here and just make a dot so I can recognize where that is. And remember, I have these 8 sections. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create any kind of design I want. That's the fun part here. Except that design has to get repeated the exact same in each of the 8 wedges. So notice I'm doing a straight line and then an angled line down. It's going to create this kind of star pattern. So straight line up, angle down, straight line up, angle down. Notice I am turning my circle. That is the easiest way for me to get these drawings even, is to do a lot of rotating that paper. Okay, so there's my star, and if you notice, there's 8 points. Next I'm going to do is to just kind of go from the points and create this kind of bubble or maybe like a flower petal shape, and that gets some nice curved lines in there. The next thing I did is, one design thing you might try is just taking and outlining the previous design. It's creating just a little space in between this outline and the shape prior to, and you have a nice little border. So I'm just going to continue to create different designs, making sure I am repeating them for each of the different wedges. My video is going to speed up quite a bit, and I'm just going to keep talking over it. So you can see I'm making these spikes here. Once I do get done drawing my design, you're going to notice that I go over mine with a, I go over mine with a Sharpie. You do not have to go over yours with a Sharpie, but I like to do it because I think it makes my lines stand out, kind of cleans up my pencil drawing. And it makes, whenever I add the color, really makes these lines stand out. So if you'd like to do just what I did there, trace it in a Sharpie. All right, the last step is going to be to use our warm colors to color it. You'll see a couple of different ways I'm using my colors, but what I want to tell you is you don't have to use color pencils like I'm using. Use what you have, use what you like. If you like to use markers, go for it. If you like to use color crayons, go for it. The reason I chose to use color pencils this time was to create some different value, and I'll show you how I do that in a second. Now, notice I am only using my warm colors: red, orange, yellow, and anything that falls in between there. Okay, all right, so adding the yellow on the tips here, and then you're going to see where I use my value. I basically go around these kind of circular shapes, dark on the edge, and let it get all the way to white in the middle. It gives it a little bit of a 3D effect, and I was really happy with how this turned out. So feel free to kind of experiment with different value shading and seeing how you can either blend two colors or make things look a little 3D. This is probably my favorite part of the drawing that I did. So I'm really glad I used color pencils to be able to do this. Alrighty, so I'm getting pretty close here. Notice I am taking my time. Guys, I had to take some breaks. My hand hurt. I don't expect you to get this done in 5 minutes. I would much rather you take your time and do a really nice job doing this drawing. And make sure you do color in all of your different sections. So last step for me is to go all the way around the border here. All right, so as I wrap up my coloring, I just want to say good luck on yours. Have fun, and I think you're going to be really surprised at how beautiful of an artwork you can make using this folding technique to create a mandala. All righty, there it is. You can see I kind of slowed down the video, and there's my finished design. Good luck!